Nothing like sitting here and just making some content late at night. You know what I love about the lives is they don't even take up space on my phone. And I can just sit here and tell you war stories. So this is going to be some war stories tonight. Mm, mm. In fact, when I edit the description later, I'm going to add to it war stories. War stories. Who wants to hear some war stories? You know what the first war story is going to be? It's got to be a killer to get you really interested. Huh? So, anyway, I'll tell you the first war story. I had my concealed weapons license for 10 years. Did armed security, mercenary. Worked for a company called Exclusive Protection in Las Vegas, Nevada. Stood outside the door of 50 Cent. Guarded the premieres of the Amityville Horror. Escorted jewelry dealers from the airport to their conventions. But lastly, and what I was fired for dereliction of duty for abandoning my post at was when I was working for Chanel in the fashion show mall, actually. I just couldn't stand there in that suit, a soldier ready for war, every day, all day, no matter how much money I was making. I just couldn't do it, you know. But I still had the weapons license even after I wasn't doing mercenary work anymore. And anyway, I did a lot of shit in my life. But this one time, a friend of mine that was a crackhead, yeah, this is where the story gets good, and we just got someone in the room too. You should say hello. A friend of mine that was a crackhead had gone to a crack house, and he had gotten his car stolen while he was sleeping. At the crack house. So he's sleeping at the crack house. He gets his car stolen, and he calls me. He's like, Shaun, I need you to help me get my car back. It got stolen at the crack house. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro, right? So I'm like, all right, I don't know this crack house. I don't know anybody in this crack house. No one in this crack house know me, you know? So I grab my gat, right? And I'm like, all right, we're going to go to this crack house. And I'm going to pretend I'm the popo, right? Undercover. And tell these bitches they best give you back your car, right? So then we go to the crack house, yeah? Mm. We knock on the door. Answers the door. We enter the crack house. And I say, listen, my name is Officer Mitchell. And I'm here unofficially, if you know what I mean. Right? And so the crackhead's like, oh, okay, maybe this is a cop. Maybe this guy's bullshitting. I don't know. And we're sitting there and we're talking. And I'm like, yeah, my boy needs his car back. It got stolen under your watch, blah, blah, blah. And then there's like this, someone knocked at the door, but there was like these bells on the door, right? And when the bells chimed in really, really loud, I thought someone was attacking or entering in, and I went for my gun, like instantly, because I just thought, well, you know, I'm gonna get overwhelmed here in a second. And it was at that moment the crack house guy looked at me and he was like, "No, no, Officer, chill, Officer Mitchell." And it was at that point that he really felt that I was an undercover cop. And I said, "Thank you. Please get my man's car back." And within 2 hours, his car was back, and the guys that had stolen it got the shit kicked out of them. That's a war story. Hope someone enjoyed that war story. Like and subscribe if you like the war stories. Because I got lots of war stories, kids. There's another war story coming in a minute. I'll tell you about this girl named Melissa, right? This girl named Melissa. She's a war story. This war story from this girl named Melissa back when I had my escort agency, right? And Melissa, she's like, "Oh, Daddy, I don't have my money because I got robbed, Daddy." And I'm like, "Oh, sweetheart, that's okay. I understand these things happen. Are you okay? Et cetera, et cetera. Next week, it's okay. You just get me my money next week, right? You just get me my money next week." And so next week rolls around, and of course, this bitch got robbed again, right? And I'm like, "Bitch, I know you ain't been robbed 2 times. I never had a girl be robbed. Last week you were robbed. Now you're telling me you're robbed again. Yeah? Now either I mean, even if it was the case that she was robbed twice, how stupid is this girl, right? But I knew that wasn't the case. She was obviously manipulative, right? So the thing was, I controlled all of the escorts in the city. And I knew that if I kicked the bitch out of town, she was going to have to go back to Phoenix that she hated, you know. So I told her, I said, "Listen, get out of town. You're not allowed to work in Vegas anymore." And the reason I could enforce that is because I controlled all the marketing for Las Vegas. All the marketing, you see, is that if you wanted to be an escort in Las Vegas and I didn't want you to be, well, I would take down all of your ads. And if I wanted you to be, that's because you were paying me or something. And, the something was usually paying me because I don't really care about anything other than the fucking money, you know? And if you paid me, you would get more work. So it really behooved you to pay me. And to pay me more, you would get more work. So you pay me, you get more work, you make more money. You don't pay me, I ban you from the city. That's a pretty easy decision, I think. Now, Melissa, wow. Melissa, she done fucked up. Because I was generous the first time. Hola, Sophia. Sophia is a beautiful name. Sophia is a beautiful name. I always liked the name Sophia. Hola, Sophia. ¿Dónde es? ¿Dónde es Sophia? Yo es de Paraguay también. Yo es en Luque. Yo es papechulo en Luque. No, pero yo tengo esposa. Lo siento. Mi reina. Mi reina cariño bonita. Es de señora Ruth. Señora Ruth. Ah, maybe we're making a love connection here on Professor Shaun. We have, hey, what's up, Dima? Hey, everybody, gusta mi thing. Hey, Dima, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. Roddy's getting down in the chat, Dima. Roddy wants to meet up with Sophia. So, Sophia's only 18. All right, Diva, we'll just hang out for a little while. All right, Diva. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll probably be on sometime in the morning. We've got some Spanish chat going on. Yo pensaras mucho paraguayas aquí. Yo es profesor de marketing. ¿Tú quieres aprender marketing? Primero, tú necesitas practicar inglés porque marketing mejor es en inglés. No problem, XY. Try to like and subscribe. You know what you guys know? ¿Tú, paraguayo, sabe que es mi plano aquí en Paraguay? ¿Qué es mi plano? Mi plano es por ayuda gente en todas las escuelas aprende español, inglés. Porque gente aquí sí, señor. Yo fumo yo a 13 años. ¿Mm? Nunca basta. Nunca basta. Anyway, I think we talked enough Spanish. We ran some people off. Mi español es no muy bueno. Es difícil por yo leer, por yo hablar, por yo escuchar. En una escala de 10 es más o menos 7. Pero yo entiendo, you have a program, you program a project for help something English, and you are happy that your professor smokes, I think. Sí, yo a San Luque. Yo a San Luque. Centro. So anyway, Deem, are you still in here? So let's tell some more war stories. Who wants to hear some more war stories? Maybe we'll talk about Melissa and what ended up happening to her. Was that I told her that she had to leave town, you know? And I was in her hotel and she tried blowing me, and well, I told her no. You know, she's gotta get out of town. And she held up her arms at me and she said, "It must feel so good to be so powerful." I looked down at her and I said, "Yes, yes, it does." That's a war story. Lots of war stories. But Professor Shaun's getting tired. So unless some people start coming in and talking, probably gonna head off. Let's crack open the Coca Light Diet Coke. Take a good old fashioned swig. I love Diet Coke. I could never get enough Diet Coke. I've been addicted to Diet Coke my entire life. I just can't get enough. You know, I think of it as like the nectar of the gods. You know, I have a whole stash, like 120 bottles in the kitchen, just waiting to go to the refrigerator at any point in time. What do you think is going on in Iran? Some crazy shit tonight. Crazy shit going on around tonight. Yo tengo hijas? Uh, yo tengo una hija, 19. Princesa Lujan. Hola, Sofía. Sofía es re dulce. Sofía, tú necesito un grupo de expat en Facebook. Cariño. Cariño. Sofía, ¿tú estás aquí? Sofía? Sí, chica. ¿Hablar por tú? Sí, ok, escucha, cariño. Y mi español es re malo. ¿Sí? En, en Facebook es un grupo expat de Paraguay. Expat of Paraguay. ¿Sí? Y en grupo de expat es mucho extranjeros. 10,000. Y es mucho hombres re estúpido. Quiero muy bonita chica y mucho, 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 mucho regalia por bonitas chicas. Mucho, 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 mucho regalia. Sí, yo vivo en Palermo un año, en Argentina. Vivo un año en Argentina. Hey everybody, how you doing? Make sure to like and subscribe to Professor Shaun. We're all part of the Professor Shaun family. The late night chill gang. Anyone have any questions? Everyone want to know anything about Professor Shaun? So let's tell another war story. Who wants to hear another war story? Anybody? I'll tell you another war story. I really should turn on the light. Oh, the TV is doing a good job. Let's see, another war story. What's another good war story? Well, I'll tell you a good war story that is the war story of a warrior soldier girl named Tracy. Yo es americano, pero yo es paraguayo. So anyway, the story of a soldier's training. One time I had a soldier. Yo vivo en Paraguay 5 años y mi esposa es paraguaya. Y yo probablemente vivo en Paraguay toda la vida. So, yo pensar yo es paraguayo. Huh? We made a love connection between Sophia and Roddy here on Professor Shaun. This is a beautiful moment tonight, kids. You know, I did some good work for the world today. All right. Nice. ¿Tú practicar inglés, Sofía? One, two, three, 4, 5. Cien is 100. Yeah? So anyway. ¿Cómo estás, Sofía? ¿Dónde es en Paraguay? Where are you in Paraguay for English speakers? Yo no sabe dónde es, Roddy. Veterinaria. Yo encanta perros. That's me, Pedro. Chiquita, 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 Chiquita. This is Chiquita, everybody. She's a good doggy. She loves she daddy. Chiquita loves she daddy. Yes. 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 She's a good girl. Gente encanta Chiquita. Chiquita es bueno pero? ¿Sí o no? ¿Sí o no? Chiquita. Chiquita. Chiquita encanta besos. She love kisses. She love kisses. We'll watch Chiquita for a little bit. So anyway, let's talk some more, huh? Let's say the story of a soldier named Tracy. See, Tracy was trained. She was really trained. And she and I had a catchphrase. Well, not a catchphrase. We had an emergency line. And the emergency line was, the sky is falling. If I ever said the sky is falling in casual conversation with somebody, she knew that was time to come out with the M16 and train it on whoever I was saying that to. You see? And that's a soldier's training, a real soldier's training. A lot of soldiers over the years, different girls, different things. You know, a girl's value is not in selling her body. It's not in her content for OnlyFans. You know, a good woman can make you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars doing different things. Well, what am I professional in? Number one, marketing. What is your name? Chicano. Chicano. Number one, marketing. I'm one of the best affiliate marketers in the world, especially in the adult industry. Which also leads me into the reason I'm one of the best is not only because I'm one of the best marketers, but I'm one of the best at generating targeted leads automatically that I generate for free from different social media sites. And let's see, what else am I an expert at? I mean, I have a whole professional profile coming up on ProfessorShaun.com very, very shortly for my private consulting business, but really it has to do a lot with software development, automation. Of course, I'm a professional when I hear something. I'm sorry. Oh no, that's like water or something. Well, really, I'm going to turn on the light so we can get serious here because this is getting into a good conversation. What it was, Chicano, and please like and subscribe if you can, and you'll actually learn a lot on my channel if you like, is I actually have always arbitraged labor, is what it is. Arbitraging labor, you see? And what I found was prostitutes were the best way of arbitraging labor because, what happens is that I had a mobile mechanic service, right? And the mobile mechanic service would be where the guys would go out to people's houses, work on their cars, and then at that point, they would get $60 and come home with $30 for daddy. But really, mechanics are hard to come by. Do you understand what I'm talking about when I say that, Chicano? Are you still here? Yes, 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 because I was always good at marketing the mechanics, getting them more work, being able to make them more money so they could make me money. You understand? And that's all I did with the prostitutes was I made them more money. I made them more money. You see? Excuse me. But then I'm like, wait a second. Why don't I just take all this marketing expertise, right? And just go straight to the source. Why am I even selling a product itself? Why am I even selling the pussy? What was the first step? You know what the first step was finding a cheap enough traffic source. It was finding a cheap enough way of being able to generate the amount of leads that I would need to close the amount of contracts I would need for the mechanics. The best type of woman that you need to get for the escort agency or anything, OnlyFans, even for content when you're pushing dating sites, you have to use sevens and eights. Never use a nine, never use a 10. The whole I'm a pretty girl, I want to fuck for free thing, that stopped working in the 90s, kids. No one falls for that shit, you know? But I'm an average looking girl that'll fuck you for $50. Well, maybe. Maybe this is real. You see what I'm talking about? And guys fall for that shit every time. They'll go straight to the dating affiliate and sign up, you know? It kind of preys upon their own predatory instincts, you know? Yeah, yeah. It kind of preys upon their own predatory instincts because every simp guy wants some decent looking pussy. He knows he has to pay for it, but he thinks maybe he can get it cheap if the girl is desperate enough. You see? That's why a lot of guys, they'll like put up like rooms for rent and stuff. And then when girls apply, he'll be like, well, baby, you can always get the room for free. Oh, I don't pay shit. Bitches pay me, bro. Mm-mm. Work everything on percentages. You don't gotta pay employees. You don't gotta pay employees. If the work is there, people will do it. Now, that was the crazy question, right? Well, when it came to the girls, it was a different story. Because with the girls, a pretty white girl like Miranda or Alyssa, they're gonna make a lot of money. But then you have another girl that's a little ugly, right? And this girl's not gonna make a lot of money. And so really I just charge them because really it took the same amount of effort for the ugly girl that it took for the pretty girl. So, to be fair and to be just, I would just say you have to give me X amount every week, and you've got to give me X amount every week. So, like, if I had some blueberry looking girl that was really ugly, well, she might only have to give me $100 a week. As where Miranda or Dina or Alyssa or any of the other better looking girls, well, they got to give me like 400 a week. You know what I mean? Sometimes 500. And yeah, we'll pretend it's a percentage, but they know daddy's got to get at least a specific amount, or else daddy's going to be very angry. Because I do my live, I have a lot of people inside. We make love connection. Why I need sleepy? Because yes, why? That's my wife nagging me. What are you saying, Chiquita? I'm saying there is no percentage, bro. Like right now, my percentage, I'll tell you what my percentage is right now. Right now, I don't even really fuck with OnlyFans. But when I do, I only take money. My wife is very angry. Mommy, come here. Come here, give me kisses. Give me kisses. You are on camera. Come here. I have fun. You don't want me to have fun? Give me kisses. I love you.
Late.
I am no tired. I want people now because they are tired of Daddy No Speak. Are you still there, Chicano? Okay, listen. This is the thing. Are you asking about OnlyFans? I'll tell you about OnlyFans. OnlyFans. Are you American? Are you American or of European banking status? Okay, listen. I'll make you a fortune. You want to make a fortune? Do you speak Spanish at all? Okay, listen. It doesn't matter. You can always use a translator. Listen. These beautiful girls down here in South America, they got a big problem, bro. And I don't have the patience to deal with these bitches. And my wife doesn't have the patience. But you could make a fortune just telling them, bitch, you can't get your money. You can't get your money from OnlyFans. Because OnlyFans, like, they have a hard time cashing out these girls down here in South America. So just tell them you'll connect your bank account to their OnlyFans and receive their money and then wire it to them. And dude, you can get like tons of girls to do OnlyFans and give you their OnlyFans accounts and everything else. And these girls will give you like 20% just for receiving their money, bro. But anyway, I gotta get going. My wife is nagging me to go to bed. The battle never ceases. Make sure to like and subscribe, guys. Yeah, Chicano. Dude, the things to make money with me never end, bro. I've got it unlimited. That's why I just pick and choose what I do. For me, I take 20% of businesses and I receive their money and then I give them back 80%. You see what I'm talking about? I got 4 clients like that and they're going to be set up here soon. I'm doing some of the infrastructure work for them. It's not labor. I don't do shit. I just take their money and then send it back to them. That's all I gotta do. I don't do labor. Oh, yeah. Well, there's even better things you can do with OnlyFans models. Like, you could contact me on Telegram, and then I've got like 8 or 10 different alternative platforms to OnlyFans that have their own traffic inside of them to generate traffic for the model and get sales for her 24 hours a day, 7 days a week automatically. And at that point, it's just a money making machine. The girl gets 20%, you get 10%, or you get 5%, I get 5%. And it's all done automatically. All the girl has to do is make the accounts and load it full of content. There's all types of ways to make money, bro. We can promote OnlyFans models and make money from that, or I can at least, because I have automation of Blue Sky, Twitter, Reddit. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I try to be helpful and informative to everybody, you know? But the thing is that on one hand, on one hand, people suffer for lack of knowledge. And then on the other hand, people just don't want to fucking listen. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a really frustrating situation at the end of the day. Hey Abdul, thank you. I am nice and I don't need to be hated, to be honest. I mean, there's enough player haters in the world. And the problem is, Chicano, the power is not in everybody's hands. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's not. Is because knowledge like I give so freely to you right now is actually closely guarded secrets by people like me that go and then sell that information to people like you or use you as an underling. See, I have enough money, so I don't have to do that. And that's what makes ProfessorShaun different. Do you understand? So anyway, I want to smoke this cigarette and get off. But it's been a really good night. Contact me on Telegram, bro. You seem like a good guy that wants to make money. I'll help you out. It's in my description, yeah? But I gotta... I gotta get to bed. I gotta get out to the countryside tomorrow. You should look at my video. You should look at my video that I have about 95% of people being bots. Because really, most people are just programmed individuals, bro. They can't think outside the box. They can't even take in information that's outside of their stratus. They can't do it. Now, I've lived a crazy life, a real crazy life. All right, Chicano, the rest of the ProfessorShaun family. I hope you check out the live later. Look at my other shit. Like and subscribe. And peace.